Born and reared in Evanston, Illinois, which is right outside of Chicago, and a small town, with a community feel. I mean, I remember us going to sleep at night with the doors unlocked and open. The kind of community I grew up in. And on top of that, you could walk down the street of your neighborhood or some other neighborhood, and if you were doing something wrong and another adult saw you, they would step in and parent. And I'll tell you that, that parents today, in large part, don't want anyone else speaking to or managing their children, but I'll tell you that it created community. And I think that community and family is a definite part of my story. My parents certainly were middle class. Actually, we probably financially fell below the middle class mark, but I did not know we were poor, because in our household, we always had what we needed. So the idea of being poor I didn't experience it until I was in a comparative sort of circumstance. I heard someone else defining things. My mom and my dad, they were great partners for parenting. Now, as I grew older, I knew that they weren't great partners for relationship. And I'm going to take that back. My father loved my mom loved my dad, and my father had undisclosed trauma that only at the end of his life did we all come to understand it and understand how that trauma impacted his dominance and oppression of my mom. To just share his story, my dad was probably in about 75, maybe 76, when he sat on my couch and for the first time said these words. He said, "Baby, Daddy got a lot of things wrong." And then he told a story of how when he was a young boy, he came home from school unexpected, and he found his mother in bed with someone who wasn't his father. Exactly. And when you say, "Oh, geez," that "oh, geez" actually showed up in these next words. And that image has lived in his mind every day since. So, that just gave such clarity to why every time I walked out of the door, or my sisters, he would say, "Be good." And every time my mom was gone, to the store and gone longer than he thinks is appropriate for going to the store, he could get really triggered.